able to see the thing content, right? Because I've shared you these notes. So hereafter we'll be filling the same. Okay, all right. So in the last class, what we're doing is, I think we were onto the stage of, just four chapters we have completed. So all what this talking about is how to create users, roles and profiles and permission set and groups. So permission set, no, creating group. At the last I took, I just showed you how to create a group. In group, who all would be there? Collection of people should be there. And otherwise, profiles just we created, roles we created, and users also we have created the couple and then showed you. Permission set is I didn't create and show you guys, but a permission set is something that additionally we give access. It somewhat look like a profile only. So where this permission set creating an additional access all we'll give is in the chapter number let's see 17 and 18, sorry, 18 and 19 you see. So this talks more about the security where I talked about OWD, right? So OWD, which field, which object has an access, which record should be given access, how a user to user going to manage with the role hierarchy, and how do we share a role from a, if you say the OWD is private, and how do you open up the access to the respective a team or a group. So those things will all cover in the 18 and 9 chapter. But I should present you before an idea what it is in this at the high level chapter only. You're getting? Because if I just say only what is profile is doing and what is role is doing, what to the extent what it will do. So in the 19th and 18th and 19th chapter we'll discuss about it. Getting? So this was our previous. I just giving a glimpse of what we done. Assume these are Salesforce or which can have multiple applications. A profile is ideally just a minute. Just a minute, guys. We have Naresh in the call. Just a minute. Are you able to hear me? All right. So sorry. So Naresh had a call, so you wanted to join and you sent a link. Okay, all right. So here's the thing we have. Let's see. When he comes as a guest, we have to admit him. So what I was doing is here. So this looks like an entire org which has a couple of applications we have, and the sales manager we say is he's having an access to this entire application. So now the problem is sometimes one users can have or multiple users can have to this application. And if I want to give one guy additional access overall, if you think who hasn't the peers, who has the peers are not having the same access, so then okay. Hey, hey Naresh. Hey Naresh, no, on to the topic wise, we are onto the just completed the 4 chapters. Uh, so yeah. I mean, done with the fourth chapter, we're just moving ahead to fifth chapter. So I'm just giving the glance of last class. What we're doing is, so this one, two, three chapters are all the basic things, and the fourth chapter is something like how a user would be there, what type of user access would be there. All this been tracked here. Okay, so yeah, so we just talked about OWD, hierarchy, and basically what you mean by profile. So again, just I'll go through the same. See, this is like the developer org, which free developer org we created. We can have a number of applications. Getting so a profile, I can go decide. In the profile only, I can decide how many applications do you want to have an access. So let's say I'm giving only one access, one particular object, one particular application as an access. Let's say International Private Bank. So this is the project we thought of building it, International Private Bank, and I have a link here. I'll share you. So and also through your Google Drive, I've shared you the content. You can see the mail which has been received from batch 32 to your Gmail saying that content has been shared or document is shared. So so that document you can see through, and this will be the notes for it. So from the beginning, I'm tracking it, what notes we are doing it, and we have this admin credentials. So this admin credential is basically for logging into our free developer org and see the notes what we're doing and what samples we're trying it out. And one project which I wanted to build is this one. So database answer models we have. So if you see through this, you will get it. So all this you have in the Google Drive documents. And last class we created a one manager role and one sales rep. So two users we have currently. So if a sales rep is trying to do some activity, his manager would be seeing it. So all this will be seeing in upcoming classes, but I just created two users with a profile. So was explaining about what this profile is doing here in this example. So we have a couple of applications likewise. So one of the project manager, sorry, what is this? Bank manager who is having access to only one application. Ideally, this particular profile has access to only one application. But these are the five people you think like who are belong to a manager role who has only one application access. But if you see this user who's called Sachin, so wanted to have all the application access, so then what we have to do? So we shouldn't create a separate profile. Instead, we have to create a permission set. So that permission set has given access to only to Sachin, where in the permission set we are mentioning. So we will have a reservation app access, we have LMS access, we will enable it. So permission set is ideally to give additional access to the users, specific to the users. Getting? So permission set I give additional access to Sachin in that case to have access to overall. So in that case, Dravid, Dhoni, Virat may not have all the access. It is all relying on to the profile side. Maybe Sachin also would be the same unless and until I assign the permission set to Sachin. Only then he has gotten additional access to overall applications. So at a profile level, we can control tabs, objects, page layout, sections, fields, what data should be no ideally it should be no visible or not. Even that also we can control. But so profile is like just loosely coupled things. Whatever you give access, it will be outside the world. It will be visible outside the world. In order to show what type of data who should see, then to have a so this type of OWD if we have, that's more best enough because we are making the object as a private and then for a role based guys we are showing up the access. Like reps created record only manager can see. Whichever the reps created record, another rep should not see. So this type of management stuff, if you assign something like OWS, that particular object is a private, and you have to open up access via through sharings and settings, it is best enough. So that is we have done. And how many profiles we can have in our case, as many we can have. How many profiles can be you can a user own? Only one profile can be owned by user. How many users can we associate to a profile? As many users we can associate to a single profile. Likewise, here five people are there, but still they are associated to a IPv manager, single profile. Can we create our own custom profile? If we say yes, you should clone it. You should clone the existing profile. So that's the idea. Profile has the highest level of access. So I said they are loosely coupled. Whatever you give access, it's given. So once you give at the highest level access at the profile level, you need not restrict anymore because it's already opened up. In order to open restrict something at an object level, Make the at OW level of the particular object as a private, either custom, standard, anything is fine. Make it as a private, and for the same object in your profile, you should not have a full level access. Why? Because in OWD you are making it as restricting it, and in your project profile, if you open up, there's no meaning at all. So in the profile, don't give any access because we are opening up the access to you in the OWD role-based sharing rules. We are opening up there. So there's no meaning of having again everything here in the profile level. Org-wide default settings where we say it as OW. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Something we have a sharing rules in that you can see. I think I've logged in a couple of. I think it got stuck. Okay, I'll be back to my pages here. Mm. Okay, these are things that we have done. So OW is something that we will see upcoming in the 17th and 18th, sorry, 18th and 19th chapter. Still more securities we'll discuss here in the 18th and 19th chapters, don't mind. So it's all just like high level we talked about what is profile, what is role is all doing. So we'll see case to case scenarios like I have written a scenarios here. So these all scenarios we'll see there. So same thing I would bring it up that time. Like say he is trying to create a record. So can a manager can see, can a manager can modify, in what state he can modify. So all that we'll see in the trials and scenarios in the 18th and 19th chapter. All right, so we are jumping to a fifth chapter where it talks about build a custom applications, custom object fields, tabs. So there's an ideal case we will have, but at this time I wanted to show you guys. Oh, this is not responding. Let me close off. So our admin credential is training at 1 to 3. Admin at sysinternet.com and the password is training at 1 to 3. These gaps. So now what I'm going to do is I have a database model, database answers.com. So what applications we are focused on? So I have marked here. So this is the application we thought of building it, which is called as suppliers. So ideally it will be a customers and financial service will be having it. So we have to redesign like what we required part of the application. So assume here I've already mentioned like we are trying to bid for a project, and we as being a sustainable company we've got this, and we are doing a project for international private bank. So that is the project scenario, and what is our object is we have to build a banking plus insurance part of the application for the international private bank, and which vertical it falls under this. It falls under finance vertical, and estimate we are expecting for 3 weeks to build this. So what are the technologies we expect is to be part of this is, so we need to know so data management, like what are the objects we'll have, what are the relationship we have to give within the objects. Object in Salesforce basically it is a table, if you see other SQL terms, and what are the layouts we'll have, what are the different types of record types we have. So all the workflows, validation, automation process we'll have, and a few things like reports and dashboard would be required to build this application. OW to set who should see what because it's a finance application, and profiles and permission set where we associate to users. So apart from this, what are the things if you require you see? Um, so this is ideal configuration statement. These are the things required. And finally, we'll have an application to tie up all these objects. Seventh would be application and the tabs. Tabs are many is what you call. So the moment you log in with the application, I mean you see an access to an application, you can see what are the tabs that I can access with the application. Let's say banking, insurance, and their associate terms, all that we can see. So what I've mentioned here is these are the skills basically we would require to build this application. Maybe at a configure level, when we wanted to do more level customization, yes, we can get into it. This is the model we have. So this is not it looks like a simple model, but it's a too complex one. Uh, for example, if you see, there would be suppliers. Who is a supplier for this? So they have the products. So international private bank could be a supplier, and they have different types of products. The products can be divided into a banking and insurance because the products which we say for a banking type could be personal loan, professional loan, agriculture loan, are different types of banking mechanism where we lend it to people. So that is different. I can also have insurance type where insurance can again divide into multiple. Um, Either it is a term insurance or a health insurance or life insurance. You can have multiple insurance. And again, yeah, look at this. It can have different types of insurance. Banking can have retail or investment. So either they're investing as a personal loan to someone people, or they're giving a business loan to a retail people where they can deal with the loans. Anything is fine. So these are the two things we are gonna have. And who are direct our customers is basically people who are asking or seeking for an insurance or a banking loan. So they are becoming the customers. So every time, so they will be associated to a location because all this cannot happen over the online. So they can also have their own bank, private bank, which location, which branch, something that location would come in picture. Right? Yes, of course, the customers are tied up to that location. And what are we generally going to collect with them? So we're going to collect documents in order to verify the loan details would be suffice, or we will expect for a payments that someone has to be paid. Which mode? Online mode, or every month in a EMI mode, some payments would be happening it. And if I wanted to share some insurance, so we have insurance policies. So all these are associated to documents, and these are associated to again to our customers. And the customers are trying to buy out some products. So these are like a general insurance finance companies would have it. So if I say products here, look at this product master catalog here. So if you click a product, so what a product can have, a product can be a type of an example, bank loan, car insurance loan, could be. So look at this bank loan system is a different approach they're doing, car insurance is different, and we can have XYZ products. So whatever we see idly here, we're not going to build the same. So we have to reinvent the data models which we have. So let's say if I am having a custom suppliers. Suppliers is something the company that we are owning it, and we have a products. Now, who are our customers? The customers could be, what could be the customers? The customers who are coming in the name of individual people, so they're asking for a loan, or they themselves could be no, no problem, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So Raj and Kumar, are you guys there? Okay, now the moment when you talk about the suppliers, so it is the company which we are owning it. So we are the suppliers. We will have a products. So anytime we go to a particular customers, mm, so what I feel is, of course, we have designed the. So let's say this is the account suppliers we have, and our company name has been different as is international private bank. So we have a products. Now being a customer, what we do is we are tying up with you. Just a minute, customer master LC. Hmm. Okay, so suppliers. Okay, let's design this way, guys. You can share your thoughts. No problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an image of this. So there could be a couple of like this. So who is the real customers we see? Mm, just a minute. Guys, can a supplier be an account? Hello. Account in the sense in Salesforce we say account is the business. Let's say we jump into any application here. Mm. So look at this where you see accounts. See, what I want to see here is as being a data model, I can make this account as a supplier. So who is supplying the loan for you? And when I talk about the customers, they all can be a contacts who are tied up to a particular product. And sometimes what if the contact itself is like a company? So that time another company would come in picture. Hmm. So I can run an opportunity onto the particular suppliers. Hmm. Just a minute, I'll do a trial here because we wanted to set up data model, right? I want to set up a trial here. Um, Products and products. Hmm. All right. So okay, got it. So now what shall we do is everyone would be tied up to a company um, where we say supplier is the parent company of all. Where I say suppliers are the primary company of all. Where we say customers, where we say customers can be part of the customer is another entity where it is actually having the data about the products and documents and payments. What are the steps that we have here? So when I choose a product here, or when I choose a product here, it should ask me saying that which particular bank insurance that you are like looking for. What is the amount that you're looking for? So so that is what we can see. We have to customize this product layout anyhow. So look at this. Products are something. It's not you are trying to um, create it. It is already by default by the company would have been given to you. So let's say these are the loan different types of loans we have. So you can choose the loan amount whichever you want. So if I say click here and the loan amount code and the what is the price that you're gonna apply for. So you can choose the amount that which you're trying to apply for and when is the date and what is the date. So the moment I just choose the product, so it will come up part of the product list here. So nice. So let's go with this design only. So first thing is our suppliers. There would be a suppliers. So suppliers we would not mention as a supplier. Are you getting? So suppliers we would not mention as a suppliers because the entire org is doing the supplier job, who is basically an account holder, who is basically a parent account of all. So we would come under the track of customers. So what customers can have, basically they can hold their products. My intention is what I have a customer and what I hold is I hold the products. What products? Either it could be a bank product or insurance product. Any of the products I can have. So what happens is if you go to a bank, you choose and you apply for a loan, you become a customer of that particular bank, right? Isn't it? So likewise, I'm a customer. I have my products, chosen products. It's not you created a product. You have chosen a product, and of course, For these all overall, we will have a separate another supplier where I will call them as a parent account. The account name itself will be supplier. So in this suppliers, what we'll have is the entire product list will be there in this. In this suppliers, what we'll have is entire products have been created and the products should be there part of this guys. Now, actually we don't represent a name called a supplier. We have to both are accounts actually. Suppliers and customers both are accounts only. Accounts in the sense both are like terms of business only. Where we directly doing a B2C type of logic here. A business to customers here. Or business to consumer you can tell. When I say business to consumer, it'll be like business is huge people where all the information should be residing them. Under that only a consumer would fall. So let's say if I choose a personal loan, I can have a personal loan track of how many number of people I can search for it. Just giving a filter of personal loan, I can get as many customers whoever has bought a customer, sorry, personal loan to it. So looking at it, um, just thinking if you want to create a new, so what I'm gonna mark it as an account as a accounts. I'm gonna rename it as customers. Rename tabs and labels. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name it as customers here. I think I have to change it everything to account to customers. Mm. Oh my god, so many. Till this is fine. Can't do account type. Type is not one. So majority of change, so where it is important. So why I want to change is accounts to customer if you think. So yes, of course. See, according to this database diagram, if you see here, so supplier is there. Of course, suppliers have a number of products. So then, I being a supplier in a products, who would be my customers? So if I wanted to be a customer, I cannot have a custom object called customer and then go choose um, because I myself should have a multiple details. So this is becomes a B2C scenario where if you think about enterprise level, I need to have two types of an accounts here. Account basically he is a supplier or he's been a customer. So where I not tell about the suppliers because um, suppliers will have what do you say? So they are actually owning the product. He is the company owners. Who is that international private bank is the customer owners. So why I should create a separate entity for these guys? Yes, of course. What I'll do is I'll have a products for these guys. What I do, I will have a product for these guys where the product can have a different things. Who is my banking and who is my insurance? All the stuffs we can have it. Products, I think I have to create a separate products entity, which is all are tying up to the suppliers. This we will do it. Um, so what we have to come up with is something like banking, insurance we have, right? So these are the types of products we can say. Under the types of the products, we can have a retail banking or investment banking. We can again have a type there. And we need to have two types of record types. That also we have to get into things. So now when I say about a customers and which product they're choosing in, and so the moment they're choosing the products, the moment they're choosing the products, so who are being involved into this? So that we have to get a calculative of here. Who are involved in the sense either some staff means who is following up the activity to a customer to buy up the loan or insurance. So they all will fall under this. And one more thing is documents is very important. So choosing documents which is comes in the format of um, again we won't say that upload a document based on bank statements or insurance statements. It's just a simply document associated to a customer. So this also will not find boring. Um, I think we'll come back to this because there will be a couple of confusions would come in picture. So what we'll do is firstly, so we'll set up few products and customers. We'll set up few products and customers. Only then we can able to achieve these how the project has been working with. In meanwhile, if you want to have any custom objects, I'm just thinking through any custom object is required here. Mhm. All right. So let me build a custom application and then associate few objects to it, and then any custom fields required will add to it, and then we'll bring slowly the tabs outside. So custom object in the sense I think only here is payments would be required as a custom object. So then we'll create a payment object and their associate card details. So we'll have that object here and associate to our customers here. So so we will do that. So first things I have renamed the customer things. Let me go to object manager and I will try to create a new custom object called as um, no, it's payment. What could be the name? So yeah, okay. I'm just saying that payment info. Why? Because it just about talks about your card and details. All of the stuff should be there in this part of the payment info, where the payment. Um, I just give this as a payment as what auto number, so that info ID, payment info ID. I'm just giving here. I'll tell you why this payment info. I'm just creating it. If you see our products here, right? Of course, to the current moment, we'll not talk about our suppliers here. That will be confusing because we are all focusing on customer centric here. Customers are choosing our products. Of course, the customer can also have the um, payment options. So where I'm just firstly beginning with payment info, and when I have a payment info, then I can also have um, a transactions which is happening. So why the payment info I'm just having is because you need to know, you need to mention which are the card details that type that you're mentioning it. Payment info. So that you're having it. And then for each and every payment, then you'll have a transactions been tracked. Transaction or a payment, exactly what we're gonna call next. So this will have a tie-up relationship between these both the guys. Always will come to a. It's not like this. It is always this. See, a customer can have as many payment info. He can have one type of a record where he stored as a card information, credit card information. So another payment is saying that I wanted to do every month EMI type of transaction. Another transaction he says he has some other different formats of payments. So all the payments would be here. But for each every payment you will have a transaction associated to it. Okay? It can be one to many or many to many relationship. So basically this type of a relationship we call it as a junction. Getting? So where I'm a customer, I have stored my payment information. So whenever I do some transaction payment, so at that time it asks you, hey, already you stored a payment card information. You want to use one among them, and then you want to pay this. So if you go to an Amazon anywhere, so you book a product at the last stage, so it asks your card details, or whichever the stored, bunch of payment options, it will show you. You can choose one among them and you can pay it. Am I right? So then that becomes a junction to you. Okay? So this type of an option we call it as junction. A junction could be a junction could be why we say junction. That's a middle pay where payment info is there. It's connecting with customers and it's connecting with transaction also. So this is we have another side. So while we do these payment options, it is tied up to which again we need to have a which particular product that you've chosen, so that I will say this is the transaction amount to you. Getting? So every products will have a transaction to associate to it. Why? Because as many products I'm paying a keep on transactions, I'm again paying for you. So again I'll draw this in a understandable format. So I'll tell you what is this mark which I'm indicating here. If you already understand one to many, so the other side is single, and the when I say mark three lines here, that is many. So one customer can have as many products chosen. products in. Mm-hmm. While we're at the product level, so let's say I'm choosing a products and I've given an amount. Each product has some amount, right? So once the amount products cumulative amount, if you get to know, so then what to do is we have to enroll for a transaction. Enroll for a transaction means we will allow you saying that hey, this is the amount that you have to pay. So the moment you click on a payment, so we would ask you to choose which is the transaction that you wanted to apply. So at the time, see all are connected to again a customer only. See, all are connected to customer. Customer choosing the products, and customers after you choose the product, you're gonna pay for it. Correct. If you see this level, I'm choosing a product and I'm gonna pay the transaction. So why we have this additionally is because we want to know uh, which type of mode you wanna pay it. So I want to know that information. So is there a card or something XYZ information you stored that you wire through that you want to come? If I give here every time you have to enter the payment details and all the stuff you have to do. So that is the reason I have additionally one custom object and to do all this stuff. So now these products which you will be choosing here, it can be two types. It can be two types where it could be a banking products you have chosen or it could be insurance product you have chosen. Correct? Ideally, I'm just flatly saying it as a product, but individually a product could be either a banking or an insurance. But basically they are a type of a products. So ideally these two things will come and will sit here. Again, true, true. But I would what I say is if I say about a banking, so then again what I do is see when I say that I'm gonna lend you the product of this much. So now what is the case that we're gonna have? Um, let's say your transaction would come in EMI based. Then again some transactions required for me, right? Tracking of a transaction. So where we say it is in insurance, where you gonna pay, and then we take it, and then we're gonna extend your whatever the claims and some things you have. So that is one portion we have. When I say about a banking, where we lend a amount to you, so the amount is again a transaction that is given to you. If I say a banking of a type loan you have taken, and then we have lended you this much amount, again the customer has to come. So amount is lended one way which is gone to you. Again from you, how will I get it back? For example, I'm saying a customer, I have owning an account in HDFC Bank. All the payment info I have here. So if I want to give a loan to you, to which account I should give you basically? To this some account, banking account only she'll come and reach, right? So Kumar, you're getting, so you're a customer now, and you have a HDFC Bank account. So you have applied for a loan, and you have applied for a loan in some Yes Bank. You think we don't create a separate Yes Bank account and we put an amount there to you, correct, right? So we would send to your HDFC Bank only because you have shown the proofs and you are holding an account in the HDFC Bank. So I would send to HDFC Bank only, no? Am I correct? So in that case, at any moment, I need to have your own personal payment info. The payment info is all talks about which bank you are holding and which type of a transaction. Is it a saving bank or a professional bank you are holding it? So all bank details or payment details I will have here. I'm saying if I want to lend a loan to you, of course I require a payment info. The product is of type loan, is fine, and the loan which is I'm saying it's a personal loan, yes, and I'm giving an amount of let's say 10 lakhs. Okay, fine. All this 10 lakhs which we're gonna do a transaction and that will come to your account, whichever the bank account that you've chosen. Of course, a transaction payment of which payment mode for the particular customers we are doing it, all that will be in this transaction track. So this is one way transaction which has happened where we are sending to you. Now again, the amount is reached to you. Now we have to collect from you regularly. EMI based transaction I have to do regularly. That is from you automatically I have to pull, right? EMI transactions for every month for a period of 60 months or not, depends on 24 months which you want. So after again pull the records from you. So ideally, if you see, these are the more important criteria we have: customer, products, and after the products, some transaction will be there. For transaction, which part of transaction that we're choosing payment info, these are things required. Sorry, okay with this? So now we come up with the point. Another thing here is, yes, of course, we can see retail banking, insurance again, car insurance, couple of things we have. So when I choose a banking, first at the record type level, this will have banking or insurance. Again, when I go into a respective product, I will have a banking type, which is retail banking or investment bank. I can have again multiple there. So this is another sub things we have, and we have to choose the details among this. So let's say product sub area, subject area. Okay, now product master, when I go, see your bank resource is something that bank loan and car insurance something we have. Again, bank loan system, car insurance system. So these are different things we have. When I go to a bank loan, it is a completely different entity. When I go to a car insurance, a different entity. Likewise, we don't have something like different entity. It is all belong to a product which I'm saying. I will have a layout different type. For a bank loan, I have a different layout type. For a car insurance, I have a different layout type. Because this is something that we are lending it, and this is something that we are paying for it. And later on the stage, we may have a claims for it. Okay, no problem. So we'll see this. I think you're getting this right. So now I'll come into a customer. We're called as suppliers. What is the suppliers? Suppliers is actually the company owners who are owning products. Products of type banking, insurance, all they're owning it. So every time when I try to create a product, I'm trying to create under the supplier's name. Under the suppliers only I should do it. Because so these are the guys who is trying to lend the amount. Getting? So I would have a supplier name, but ideally what customers and suppliers are both our accounts only. These both guys are accounts only. So we cannot have a different name for this. Um, let's say Sibling Textiles Corp of America. So like this, we'll have international private bank. International private bank. Some regions I will have. Look at this. Look at this. We have customers here. And the very beginning when I can trying to create name would be customer, but is actually the owner of the company. So international private bank. mm, India region. Where our company website name would be, some customer number would be IB India headquarters. Something like this you're gonna give and save it. So this is the main account which we are having is international private bank as the region. So under this, what you can have is I think we have to have a couple of accounts. Current this is the own main majority supplier owner name. For this India region, I can have as many what do you say customers. So now, so let's say when we are talking about B2B, some sorry B2C, sometimes we may also have a B2B, assume so. Um, whichever you are seeing here, it is a scenario where you can have personal account, business account, both are involved in into it. Guys getting? What is personal account? If I say an account itself would be turned as a contact, where I call it as a person account. I give an example on that day, like for example, you can have you are trying to buy out an Airtel SIM for yourself, so you don't have a company. You just go to an outlet and then you buy a SIM card. And while giving a SIM card, they're asking you which company. So I'm not owning any company. I'm just like a normal man. So then what to do is they keep your name itself as an account or a business guy, and your contact information also would match the same. So basically, that type of people we called as a business account, sorry, personal account, where they don't own any business. Look at another people who are like, let's say Google is going and asking to Airtel vendor, and they're asking, hey, can I give for 500 SIM cards to my employees? Where company is paying directly to Airtel, so there become a business account. So it could be case to case where the Airtel SIM card can be turned to be a personal account or can be business account. The same scenario here also. Insurance can be taken for a company or insurance can be taken for an individual. Am I correct? So that's the reason I'm just doing here. Um, Ideally, we don't have a personal account enable, which is it will be generated done in a professional org where you have to buy the org and ask a Salesforce support to enable the service person account. So at that time when you're trying to create a new person account, so there's no contact there. So ideally you see here, this is a customer you see in the related list, you see contacts here. This itself is an account and this is a contacts here. Getting? So what is this accounts and contacts? Contacts are basically user information, your information, my information, all the contacts, people related information will be here. Accounts are customer is something like a business oriented company names would be here. Like say private bank or like say Google, Microsoft, all the company information would be here. All the employees would be put into a contacts list. So this is how the relationship we maintain it. But in our case, what I'm trying to say is you are no individual person, you are coming for a loan. So you are a single person. We may treat you as a person account in that case. So what in that ideal that statement is as a person account would be where it looks like you are basically you are a dealer or you could be directly a person. So that two things can be there. Hmm. So what I do is I've done a little mistake here is directly I shouldn't put a customer here. It should reside as an account only. And account type should be a supplier or a customer. So let's make that way. Then it'll be little easy for us. Just getting. So it shouldn't be directly a customer. It should be a customer type can either be a supplier because I can have suppliers as many. If I say international private bank as my supplier, who is basically lending the loans, okay, I can have a regions also, right? For a north region, I can have US region, I can multiple regions I can have. So these guys never be a customers actually; they are be a suppliers here. So what should we do is, so they basically own the they are type of account, very so they are type of an account. In a real statement, so they could be another business or they could be personal account. We don't care. But generally, if you see suppliers, yes, they are our suppliers. Our suppliers have a multiple products, so we can turn it like this. When I say about Mhm. supplier name, Suppliers is the company owners. Like say international private bank is the suppliers. International private bank I said, right? So this is the supplier. He's providing the loan. No, he's providing the insurance. He's a supplier. And you can have a branch as maybe headquarters in India. So like this, you may have so many things, right? International private bank headquarters India. Again, for these you can have headquarters in US. For India region, okay, let's put Delhi. Delhi is the headquarters. For US region, you think Chicago. We can have, right? So it is international bank. I can have each and every country. I can have a different headquarters. Okay. Then look at this. These are the different types of suppliers accounts we have. Yes, getting. Under this also I can have a sub link where called as this is only the Delhi, right? I can have a Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. I can keep on having multiple branches which is associated to this international private bank. Where at that time, overall all of these guys are reporting to headquarters of US. So they become the parent company. Could be right. All these are the child banks who are all reporting to these guys. Hmm. So headquarters. So headquarters USA is the ideal where the company is open. So see California. So this is the ideal headquarters. Let's not take this as US. We take something as headquarters. Okay. German. Okay, some name I'm just given here. So what all this indicates? So he is a parent company. He is a parent company. Under this, he has these many childs. Individually, all your childs, right? So in account, you can see a concept called as parent account. So we're gonna create an international private bank branch headquartered USSCA. Under that, we may all have these child accounts for sure. Getting guys? So basically, these are the side of the supplier side. So now, who are the customer side? Customers are the one we try to get a customer, and we associate to one among these guys. We associate to one among these guys. Hey, this guy belong to India region, so he becomes a child of this guy. Is getting? And I can choose a products whichever the bank is offering to me. Is getting? The customer at that time could be another business entity like a Google, or it could be an individual person. Can be. Then he's choosing the products whichever the company is applying for, and he's doing a transaction based on whatever the products we're chosen for. Is getting? Any questions here? So what about you, Kumar? Okay. So all this we are making some changes because so we are deciding which one to be present. So he has been nailed down saying that hey, products are there, banking insurance is there, like flatly they given it. So now we have to decide which one we have to choose here. I just put a banking or insurance here directly. Products in the sense it will be either banking or insurance. And a banking when I just jump in, I will have a type. Insurance when I jump in, I will have a type. So don't worry. So we'll have a different types of page loads associated to it. Just getting. So for that, we'll create a record types and associate page layouts we can do. So don't worry, you can have these chances. What is next? Okay, we'll come to the part of documents, insurance policies, where he has to apply for a loan. So all that would be associated to customers, because customer is the one who is asking for the. Okay, so let's get here into the products. We have another entity called as documents. Every product either is a banking or insurance, right? So they should have the documents, and the documents we say it as, where we have something called as files, notes and attachments, notes or attachments, or we call it as files. So where we'll try to upload for each product of the particular customer. If he's choosing a bank account, then I need to upload the banking statements, whichever I wanted to apply for it. If I'm choosing an insurance, then I have to upload my latest whatever the insurance things I do it. So one more thing which is not part of this is something we have a claims. So we can introduce that also. For this particular product, if you are insurance, I will have a claims associated to it. Again, they are also product only. For each product, you will have a claims associated to it. I can have claims here. And when I'm doing a claim, you are just applying for the claim. If I want to do a payment transaction, again this would tie up to this, because what I'll do always, I would do a transaction sending to you guys only. Choosing here which is the payment mode option, preferred payment option, I will choose that and then send you. No, this is not this way. I can have as many claims to my products and do a transaction. This is all many to many only, it will fall. Why? Because our products can have a number of claims. A products can have a number of claims, and each claim can have a number of transaction. So we'll see these, results when we are just keep working on it. We'll see, get to know how we're dealing with it. Maybe slightly, if you want to change, we can do it. But this is how the things would be. The top level things is account, and we have suppliers and their related products, and all will be falling under. At a customer end, we are just creating a customer. So what we do is, the customer is all who are applying directly. We not get into our products and to our stuff. So what we do is, we will try to create an opportunity for that guy. He's just applying for the things. Whether he may be successful or not, we don't know. Directly customer product we're not choosing. We are into getting into an opportunity mode first, and only then we are getting into product level. So that way if you think, so this would be at the top level. So my customer is here, and the next immediate thing is my opportunity. So whoever the new guy who are coming in, always we treat as an opportunity. When the moment he is enrolling or taking a bank loan, only then we assume it. Okay, this guy has bought or he is successful. Okay, he's enrolled with us. All this will have details. Hmm. So this is where it is. Both are same only, accounts and suppliers. But under the customers, what I'm trying to get is, see, look at this is a customer. If it is a bank, sorry, if it is an independent guy, would be a person account I told, or if it's just like another company entity, it will be like normal like this way. Payment is not associated to this. Payment is always associated to customer only. Hmm. Okay, as a customers, I can have a number of payment option, and customers can have opportunities. Opportunities I can have as many. See, one side you are buying a loan, and other side you are buying an insurance. All this is possible. I can have different opportunities running on you. And sometimes, yes, you are expecting for a quote. Even the quote also we can send for you. Getting at an opportunity expecting for a quote for insurance and all. We may expect for a quote, right? So quote also we can send you. Quote means quotations we're sending for insurance or for a banking. What is the price you can expect? What is the amount that you have to pay? When that also we can send you. I'm just trying up all the sales and service concepts here. So these are things we can have. Guys, any questions here? Okay. So tomorrow what we'll do is we will try to build a few custom objects and then show it out. So likewise, chapter number three, I would just create custom and fields and tabs when I'll do it. And then for one or the two layers, I'll try to associate and I have to quickly jump into finding a relationship between where I have to keep a relationship how it works. Because we can see a few custom things here. Let's say payment and payment info and transaction ID, whichever is falling under. I can have a create relationship and show you. In meanwhile, I'll cover up all the relationship whatever we have here. Lookup, master data will do. So this external lookup and other stuff, I will tell you how it works. So we can see through the notes also it will work fine. Many to many. So master detail relationship, I should give an example and I have to show you. So probably this will complete take till tomorrow. Only then we can jump into a project level. So while we are jumping into project level, I will explain. I would have been made a setup of these particular private bank complete stuff. So then we would run a project on sales, marketing, and cases. All these three would be running on our international private bank only. So we don't take a separate scenario. We will take the same our project scenario and we will take and then we explain onto it. Fine. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Yeah, I should make it out. See, what happens is this is a PPT, right? So I have to download. When I'm trying to upload my an office laptop is not allowing. So I need to figure out some way upload this stuff to some other my cloud repository and have to go to my personal PC and have to do it. I'll make sure today I'll try to do it out. So don't worry, guys. So I have already have an account, everything drive is already. Now all this data I need to move to a drive. And quickly you can expect a share from me, where I would have shared from batch 32 from Gmail. Today how you got a document share, no? The same we would have got for a video also. So what about Kumar? Did you get? No, that link has an access to if you think that means it is having an access. I've given an access. Now let me show you. Let me show you. If you could see here, let me see. See batch 32 admin notes were no. So this is the notes you can see, right? I clicked on share. Look at this. I clicked on share Let me click on share. It should look at this. We have an access to this many guys. So Naresh Kumar and then Raj. So Google Drive. Uh, what is this? Oh, no, but you would have not got any email saying that he has shared the content with you like that. You would not get. What's it? But you're able to see this content, right? Hmm. Where I'm marking this as a schema here. Hmm. Try to copy the schema and paste it here. So we're getting it. Which one you want? Okay, I'll find. I think we have the basic version. Let me just check. Yeah, many places the pattern has got changed. So what they're doing is, see, the most difficult exam becomes the now admin. Whatever people have given two attempts, also they didn't clear. Like that it is. But but you can try with the PD one, platform developer one. PD1 and PD2 are the for a developer's track. Admin is just like when you want to do a basic configuration things, you can go jump into admin and do it. But PD1 is more good enough. It will have the combination of admin plus development. So I think for a develop whoever is focusing on developer track, I think that is a good. Uh-huh. No, I didn't get you. No, yeah, because recently I got for the PD1. Mm. I admin winter 21 we have. Yeah, we have. PD1 also we have. So you wish which one we want to take. And there is all and there is also a code which is there. I can send you. PD1. Mm-hmm. No, I'll share this content to you guys first. I was just in a mobile. I was sharing. Okay. Oh, you didn't get that. Mhm. There's a this thing also $100 off also we have. Dumps like majority will match. So this is the code we have. So if you while trying to create paying for an exam, if you give this coupon code, it will reduce $100 for sure. If let's say $200 your exam, $100 it will waive off. So that coupon code is this. So document is still uploading from my end. Admin. See, that's what I'm saying. You is like which is the area that you want to focus on. If you are being, I want to become a developer, and then that is my ultimate track. If you think so, then you can spend on to the PD1 side, where next version would be PD2. So then you would be advanced developer. PD1 is the intermediate developer. PD2 is the advanced developer. When you get a PD2 credentials, that means you are like a okay 3 to 4 of experience, who has knows the pretty good of development. Admin is something which is required is for who like want to kickstart for a 1 year or 2 years, and admin certification would be required for it. And ideally, people who are like developers, admin is not a no important things to hold. Unless and until yes, I want an admin, yes, you can have it. Why you want an admin is because you wanted to take a sales consultant, service cloud consultant, or marketing cloud consultant, or a community cloud consultant. We require admin certification. If you want to go into consultant track, admin is important. If you want to go into developer track, PD1, PD2, you can go that way. Sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud. For that, prior thing is you need to have admin certification. So it's all about you, which role you want to take, consultant role or developer role. So based on that, you can choose. Okay, very good. Yeah, Kumar, you saying something? Yeah. I feel that you content disconnected back. So Kumar, what I was saying is, in terms of certifications, if people are asking questions on it, which one you wanted to require. So I say for if you are on a developer track, you can choose developer track. That is absolutely fine. You can go with PD1 and PD2 also on. PD2 would be advanced developer, which is same. Why admin if you wanted to choose is if you want to become a consultant, like say I would be a sales consultant, service cloud consultant, marketing or a community cloud consultant. For all this is priority, a prerequisite is something you need to have admin certification. Only you want to choose a consultant role, admin is important. You want to choose a developer role, admin is not important. So as of course some stage admin may be important to you guys, but at the very beginning in a developer phase is not required. Maybe after 2 years of you can take. And if already I've shared to the group. So it is latest version. This current version it is, and have a sent a coupon code of $100 also. Just look into it. Okay. And this and the coupon code is applicable for anyone. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Okay, I thought I've disconnect. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.